first and foremost, we just got news that they have finally finished filming for Black Panther 2. It has taken them way over budget. This is a movie that really should have been shot in, I want to say, like 3 months or something like that, but it actually took them 6 months to shoot it, and that is definitely not something that they want to do. This movie has also been in production hell, so to speak. It of course, we know it dealt with the passing of Chadwick Boseman. Then we had the Letitia Wright situation, where she was anti-vax. She was dropping problematic videos online. People was ready to cancel her. People was ready to recast Shuri. And then, the whole back and forth. Then she got injured. That pushed delay. Matter of fact, it pushed all the Marvel slate back. Okay, so don't come in here talking about Marvel can't do this and that, because they listen. When something happens, Marvel has the ability to do whatever they want. It might come at a cost, but they will do whatever they gotta do if they want to do it. And when Letitia Wright got hurt, they pushed all their movies and pushed them down like 5 months and delayed everything. Okay, so that production was something. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people online having mixed reactions, but I will say that the reactions are starting to slide over to the desire to see T'Challa recast. Now, are they going to recast him in the second? Probably not. They're probably not. Does that nullify or stop what recast T'Challa means? Absolutely not. Because as I've said before, recast T'Challa is a statement, regardless of what Marvel says or does. Recast T'Challa is about saying, hey, Chadwick Boseman worked his butt off through cancer to give us more T'Challa. The least you can do is continue his work. That's it. It's not going to replace him. We're not going to forget him, because if you sit here and say his role was so iconic, how can we forget something iconic? The only way you forget it is if you don't show it no more. So the least you can do is be like, yo, put in another T'Challa, give the mantle, because they are obsessed. They are obsessed with trying to give the mantle away and play hot potato with the mantle. And it's sad because a lot of people that are not familiar with the Black Panther franchise don't realize how detrimental that is, in my opinion. Because once again, as I've said, we don't care about mantles. We care more about the characters that define the mantles. We care about the superheroes, not the outfits that they wear, not the titles that they carry. Did Thor stop being Thor when he didn't have his powers? I mean, kind of, sort of, but he was still Thor. Like that was still his name. That was still him. He was still, all he had to do was lift up the hammer, and guess what? When Captain America lifted the hammer, did that make Thor stop being Thor? No. Thor was still there. He still was rocking it, right? So, for me, I'm just like, they got to get with this at some point. But anyway, that's not the bigger news. I think what was making the best news or the most noise was y'all girl, actually my girl too, because I do love her too. Angela Bassett, the queen, was talking about, she was talking some big talk. She said that Black Panther sequel will top the first film. Top it, she said. All right. So, since we gotta pull this out one more time real quick, because I got this one loaded up for us to actually hear her say this, because I want you to hear her say this in context. She was on the Ellen show, and then I'll give you my little commentary afterwards. But here's what she had to say when she was talking about it's gonna top the first film. Here it goes.
And let's talk about Black Panther. That's got to be really, first of all, I'm glad there's another one, but that's got to be, really tough to go back without Chadwick.
It is. He was such an example, such a leader, amazing talent. We all know that. Big heart, great intellect, and we just hope to just raise the standard.
Can you tell us anything about it?
Not one single thing.
Well, that's not fun.
There
Tell us-
will be a Black Panther 2, November. Look for it in November.
All right.
That?
That's not anything.
And it will be amazing. Our director, Ryan Coogler, writer, director, perfect leader. It's going to be amazing.
Okay.
It's going to top one.
Wow. All right. Look for.
Can I say that?
Well, yes.
Marvel, can I say that?
You did. Can't wait. All right. Well.
All right. So she's a little excited. Excited. First and foremost, shout out to Angela Bassett, the queen. You know, I mean, she's been doing her thing for a long time. Much respect out to her. I just want to give people caution. And I've said this before, and I'll just repeat it, you know, for people that don't know. This is what actors are paid to do. Literally, they are paid to promote the movies. While actors are under contract, they have to not do things that will take people away from the movie. You're never gonna see an actor, at least not, you know, that don't want to get sued, go out there and be like, man, this movie's alright. Man, this movie's gonna be terrible. No, they kind of have to say these things. So now I do believe her. I do believe that she believes that this is amazing. I believe that she believes that. But at you know, at the same time, you know, at least from what I've been told, they've doubled the budget on this movie. Like they were like, we ain't got our lead character. The first movie did $1 billion, 1.3 billion. We got to put more into this. And I was always saying they're going to put more shiny things in front of you to distract you from the fact that Chadwick Boseman is not going to be there. They have to. So whether it's more special effects, bigger action sequences, crazy CGI, Namor, whatever it is, they're going to do things that's going to be shiny and distracting, so that I'm not saying you'll forget that Chadwick isn't there. I'm not saying that you won't care that T'Challa isn't there, but it'll massage you into the idea that he doesn't have to be there. Does that make sense? They're going to massage the idea that it's just about the mantle. It's okay if T'Challa's not around, you know, for T'Challa. Yay. Remember what they did in What If? T'Challa, they killed off Black Panther in What If in the Killmonger episode. And what did they do? They forced that in there for T'Challa. And Kevin Feige also came out and said, I saw these episodes of What If, and it gave me an idea for Black Panther 2. You don't think that was a coincidence? I haven't seen the movie. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if they do that. Don't be surprised if they mysteriously kill T'Challa off. Everybody has like this big old long mourning scene. And then for whatever reason, they just, for T'Challa! I wouldn't be shocked at that. It forces the less informed into thinking that this really is a tribute. But if you've been watching and if you've been following and understanding where I've been going with Recast T'Challa, I've shown you plenty of evidence to suggest that a better tribute to Chadwick Boseman would be to continue the character. That would be more in line with what he was working towards. Because the messed up thing, and it's funny because I had this conversation with somebody online. Somebody was like, well, what about us people that don't want to see another T'Challa on screen? And I was like, I'm sorry. Is this about you? This is about you? I had no idea. Because I thought that this whole movie was about a dedication to Chadwick Boseman. I thought the movie, the franchise of Black Panther, was about T'Challa. I thought these superheroes were about the children that they inspire. But we have to put all that aside and think about you. Yikes. Those children can't see the movie because you're in your feelings. I mean, you're also free not to watch the movie. That's also true too. Like it goes both ways. But I'm just saying, like, it's just funny to me how people are changing the narrative and the focus whenever we even talk about recasting T'Challa and the significance, because they'll say, like, what about the cast and crew? What about them? Did they die? What are you talking about? They said that this movie was about honoring Chadwick. That's from their words. We're not just making this up. We're just saying, if y'all say this is about Chadwick and y'all say that this is what y'all want to do, then recast the role. Again, who is this about? Is it about the cast and crew's feelings? Is it about the cast? Is it about the audience feelings that are that don't know the significance of T'Challa, that are uninformed on why Chadwick was busting his butt through cancer to give us more T'Challa? What is this about? I'm just saying, if this man could be uncomfortable enough to get up out of his bed, fight through cancer, to go give us just a voice acting, to give us more T'Challa without the mantle, he ain't have to do that. But you worried about your feelings? Your feelings. This man fought cancer to bring you entertainment. And you too sad to see somebody do something that's in line with what he thought? And again, it's not like we making this up. What did he tell Roland Martin? I want y'all to see the role and not see me. That is the job of an actor, to see the role, because people remember the role. What are we trying to remember? T'Challa. T'Challa is the role, not the mantle, not Black Panther. The role of T'Challa. Did he go voice other Black Panthers? No. In What If, he went to voice T'Challa, even without the mantle. His own brother, Derek Boseman, came out, said he believes his brother, Chadwick, would want the role recast. What more evidence do you need? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. But hey, you know what? We are going to continue and provide the evidence and try to get people to understand. You know, what I will say is I'm very, very happy that the mood is shifting, that people are starting to see the potential issue of not having T'Challa. I like the fact that people are even coming around to the idea of a variant. It's a compromise. A variant is not ideal. Ideal is just replace the character. But some people are coming around to at least the idea of a variant. I think the next step right now is to kind of communicate the idea that killing T'Challa is not honorable. For what? He's barely been on screen for, I want to say, like, it was an hour and 10 minutes. Ant-Man had more screen time than T'Challa. Yikes. I mean, Ant-Man had a head start too, but still. Ant-Man? Ant-Man? Whew. You know, look, we have to start getting that message out there, and hopefully y'all already know I'm working on it. I'm doing everything I can. I'm be on the lookout. You might see a nice little article dropping sometime soon. Might. Look, somebody done messed up. They gave me the green light to write on your boy. Somebody done messed up. So y'all be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I'm glad that we've made the progress that we've made. I know earlier we were looking at the petition and how close we are to the 60,000. And I just want to say that, like, first and foremost, thank you all so much for all of your support. in even getting to this point. Y'all, we are close too, by the way. We're almost at the goal of donating a total of $2,000 to colon cancer research in Chadwick Boseman's name. That is from all of y'all purchases for the Recast T'Challa shirts and hoodies. All that I don't make a dime off of those things. Every single ounce of pennies or pounds or whatever y'all purchase those from, those go straight to colon cancer coalition in Chadwick Boseman's name. We donated $1,000 before. We're really close. I think we're like at $700 now. So, you know, maybe if we sell like 10 shirts, hoodies, something like that, we'll get to the extra 1,000 mark. But I would love to be able to just continue doing that and donating in their name, in his name, like that. Pound the pavement. What's going on? Haven't seen you in a minute. Black Panther is going to look like a Sony property. You know, I believe that Marvel is gonna throw everything that they can. I think they're gonna make Namor look dope. I think that they're gonna, you know, they're not gonna skimp out on the CGI. I really think that they're gonna do enough to make the movie good enough for a lot of uninformed people. But again, this is also going to come down to the marketing. I need to see what they're going to do for the marketing. Because I've said, here's the thing, people misunderstand this. Like, people think I'll be bashing Marvel. No, I'm a Marvel fan, just like I'm a superhero fan of any genre. I want and need these things to succeed because I enjoy them, right? So when I say that, like, if Marvel goes out there and puts out a trailer promoting, advertising, monetizing on Chadwick Boseman's death by killing T'Challa and using that as a way to guide people in, oh, I'm criticizing the hell out of them for that. Because there's a difference that some people don't understand. And especially in social media days nowadays, it's almost like you have to be one side or the other for an extreme. You have to be either an extreme hater, you know, where you're like almost toxic, or you have to be like this fan, like an extreme fan, where everything and anything is just gold, you know. And I'm like, no, that's not how it should work. If you love something, you should love it so much that you criticize it, because criticism is not hatred. You should be able to criticize it so that it can get better. When I sit here and talk about Sony or WB or whatever, it's because I want them to get better. Don't nobody want to go to a bad Superman movie or a bad Batman movie or whatever. Like, no, we all want these movies to be great. So when we talk about these things, like Sony doing their stuff, we like, yo, can you put Spider-Man in the movie? I mean, do you want to eat some boiled chicken? Like some seasonless boiled chicken. And all we're saying is like, yo, a little Lawry's, please. A little salt, a little pepper. Please put some flavor in there. We don't want to eat the boiled water chicken. We don't want to do that. Okay? But then they give you hot dog water and say, like, hey, it's soup. I don't want that. I'm not gonna eat that. Like, man, this is some tasty hot dog water, sir. Oh, please, sir, can I have some more? No, I don't want no more hot dog water. Get that out my face. Give me the real deal. Harold's, lemon pepper, mild sauce, fried hard. You know what it is. Half mix. I'll take the butter cookies too on the side too. Just, damn, I'm hungry. Sorry. I'm sorry. Dorian, what you got? Thank you so much. I remember Michael Keaton as Batman, even though because there's so many Batmans. Yeah. It's because of that. You remember these characters because so many people have kept them relevant in the eye of entertainment. That's how that goes. That's exactly why it is. We're never going to forget Superman because there will always be a Superman. You know, WB ain't never gonna let us forget a Joker. We already on 10. 10. There are 10 Jokers. And that's just on screen. We've had 10 Jokers on screen. Recasting is a privilege. Never forget that. It is a privilege to keep your name in people's mouths by keeping them on the screen. Recasting is a privilege. And so far, the only characters that have benefited the most from that have been white characters. Blade got recast. All right. It only took y'all 20 years, 30 years. Y'all barely waited half a decade to recast Superman. We got multiple Spider-Man in the same movie. Like that. I don't like to have to bring in the racial stuff, but I see what I see. I see a lot of characters that are popular because they've been recast and forced back into our faces on the screen. I just want the same energy with our black characters, especially T'Challa. Thank you, Dorian. Latrice, what you got? Thank you. Extended filming means Black Panther will need to make more money to be called a success, and they expected to do that without T'Challa. This is facts. I mean, because, you know, I don't know if they're going to release the budget numbers because of the reshoots or anything, but you're right. Like, you know, every time you extend the production, that costs money. And let's also not forget, when things like these get extended, schedules are broken. A lot of these actors, they got other commitments that they got to go do. They got other shows they got to shoot. They got other movies they got to do. So if Black Panther, you know, and you know, Marvel, their contract be kind of tight, you know. So if Marvel's like, no, you can't do nothing else but this. I'm just saying, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see some major actors just die in Black Panther because they probably don't want to be caught up in this kind of mess again. Don't be surprised if you see some major characters die. Don't be. All right. Thank you so much for that, Latrice. Appreciate you. I see what you got. Why do you think Marvel is releasing Black Panther Wakanda Forever in November instead of February during Black History Month? They could market it better if it was delayed. I mean, because keep in mind, the first Black Panther was released during Black History Month. And I mean, that was perfect timing, right? I know some people said it was cliche, but I was like, I don't care. Like, it was literally history in the making. Whatever. I was there. I think the reason why they're doing it in November, because keep in mind, it was supposed to drop in July. That's when they were really supposed to do it if it wasn't for the delays. But I think the reason why they're doing it in November is more so because of scheduling. I think that Marvel has so many other things going on. You know, they got the Wakanda series coming out, and they got all these other things that are probably tied to Black Panther Wakanda Forever that they don't really have much of a choice. So I would think that this is a problem of scheduling more so than anything, because from what I've heard at least from the set, I was told that they literally cannot afford, not financially, but they cannot afford to push this movie back anymore. Just because all the other things that follow up after it are so tied together, they cannot delay this anymore. So yeah, it probably would have been a better marketing thing to do, but you know, they just couldn't do it. They can't do it right now because of whatever stories that they're doing. So it is what it is. Let's see. Chief, Rock recast T'Challa tease in theaters. I might. I mean, I'll probably go to my screening with it on, you know, because hey, some people might say that you know, recasting is you know, pointless because the movie is done or whatever, but it's still a statement, you know, and it's a statement that lives on until T'Challa's recast, you know. So one way or another, they're gonna have to get it together. And yeah, I have no problem rocking that to the theaters day on that day, shoot, premiere day, whatever. I'll do that. My man Eden, what's going on? Once again, everything is gonna be all white. I hope they don't destroy the Black Panther mantle, recast T'Challa. You know what? First of all, thank you for that. I don't think they're gonna destroy it. I just think that they're gonna, you know, water it down. You know, in my opinion, I don't think Shuri is gonna be Black Panther for very long. if she is, if she does take it. And that's kind of the issue I have. I kind of feel as though that, passing around the mantle like that, you're literally making the black actors and the black characters expendable. Unless you're talking about variants and there's just a whole bunch of other variants, if you keep passing the mantle around, that means anybody can be Black Panther. I heard rumors about how, even Okoye was gonna have the Black Panther, suit on, and maybe the Dora Milaje. And it's like, yo, like, why are y'all treating the suit, the mantle, like it was a $2 hooker? Like, what are you doing? Like, come on now. I know what they're trying to do. I know what they want to do, but this is one of those things where I'm like, I just feel as though they don't really understand the impact. But I think that people are going to drink the Kool-Aid because a lot of times people just listen to whatever Marvel says. People act like Marvel's stuff don't stink, and Marvel will tell you, yeah, we fired a couple times. We messed up a couple times. Marvel has admitted to that. They know that they're not perfect. But because we got an Endgame and Infinity War and other great things from them, and I give them shout outs and praise, of course, whenever they do. But because of all that, people act like they can't do anything else. They act like everything they do is divine. And it's like, yo, they're human too. They mess up too. It happens. Anyway.
Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.